One can cope with the temptation that alcohol poses, and for some it can mean a downward spiral into a dreadful personal battle that also touches everyone around them.
But there are places that help with such problems and other addictions. The Tiglin Centre, which Gillian's just mentioned in Wicklow, is one of them, and I paid it a visit recently. It seems appropriate that on the road to Glendalough you'll find Tiglin. Tiglin is a place where people dealing with alcohol and drug addiction can find hope and a way back. And for me, it helped to restore my faith in the human spirit.
The idea of it is to offer people an opportunity to find life beyond addiction. We cater for up to 40 people really at any one time. It's a busy place. Our men's programme between here and our re-entry centre would cater for about 30, and the women's programme kind of anywhere between 6 and 10, sometimes up to 12 people can be in residence there.
When somebody comes here, are they coming here by choice, or is it family bringing them here? How does it work?
It's a mixture, and it's kind of a funny thing to see is that there's so many different reasons why somebody will actually get help, and some it's pressure from family members, others it might be pressure from court, but quite often when somebody reaches the end of themselves, that's when they start to look for help.
Outside we got to meet Joan. Joan is a young mother with an alcohol addiction. She was here before, she left and relapsed, but had the good sense to come back.
Yeah, I thought I was ready to leave. As you do, you think you're feeling well, you're looking well, so you think you're well, but I hadn't dealt with a lot of stuff that I should have been dealing with, so I left. Like, I've done a lot of stuff on my family, on my daughter, on myself even. Yeah. I've hurt a lot of people, and like, you live with so many regrets, but in here what I've learned is I've taken responsibility. Yeah, I've done a lot of bad stuff, and I've hurt people and I've done things, but I've forgiven myself, I've forgiven others, and I know now that just get on with it and get my life and plan for my future now, and that's what I'm in the process of doing. So,
do you worry about relapsing again?
I'm not saying that I worry about it. I'm conscious that it can happen because I've seen how quickly it happened when I left here. But the thing that I've learned is being honest. Yeah. Telling someone if I'm having a bad day, and it's okay to have a bad day. Yeah. Like, whereas before I wanted everyone to think I was doing great and smile and everything was happy, but that wasn't the case. I was feeling crappy inside it, but I was afraid to let anyone know that because I thought I failed. If I was having a bad day, I was a failure. But now I know that everyone has bad days. In real life you have bad days and everything is not happy and great. But once you're honest with yourself and with others, you get through the day, you know, without a drink.
There are many courses for students to do at Tiglin and many forms of therapy. One of those is art therapy.
A lot of times there's no words that you can put on feelings. Sometimes the feelings don't have words, and sometimes it's very beneficial for people to understand their feelings in a non-verbal sense before they can actually articulate them between the therapist. So the therapist there is to hold, you know, these feelings, these very difficult feelings often, and they can process them non-verbally and then eventually can reflect verbally, and over time there's more understanding of what that is for them, and they can name these difficult feelings that they might have.
Before I came here, I didn't love myself, I didn't love others. I had bitterness towards people, you know, because of things that happened in my past, and ended up in prison, and through prison it just brought me to a really bad place in my life, and I got involved in heroin addiction, and it just spiraled down from there, you know. It just got worse and worse.
You were saying that you'd wake up in the morning and your thought would be, where can I get money?
Yeah. You know, who am I gonna turn over today to get money to school? And what am I going to do today to get money to school? And that's all you think about when you're in addiction. You know, you don't think about the hurt and the shame that you're bringing on yourself and your family. I lost my family. I lost my two children. Didn't want to see me. My mum and my sisters and brothers didn't want anything to do with me, and they were right not to, because I brought shame on them, and you know, they just wanted me to get my act together. And you know, I came to a place where I knew I had to change, because if I didn't change, I was going to end up like a lot of my friends. You know, the overdoses. You know, a lot of my friends have died through heroin addiction, and I didn't have really long to live. I knew that.
You were injecting into your neck at that point?
Yeah, it was getting like another user to inject into my neck, because I didn't have any veins left from using a needle. And you know, I didn't want to be that person.
Right.
You know, I wanted to live, and I want my son and my daughter to be able to say that they're proud of me. You know, I don't want them to say, "Oh, that's their junkie dad," you know.
You've been here for how long now?
I'm here for nearly a year now.
Okay. Do you worry about leaving here?
I do, yeah. I do, because I know there's a fine line between staying clean and going back to my old life, you know. But I know I have the strength now, you know. You know, God gives me the strength.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's your focus? Yeah, when you're going through a bad day, what do you focus on to get through it?
My focus is my family. You know, it boils down to that at the end, you know, my family. And I want to have a life with my son and my daughter, you know, and, you know, that's what keeps me going day by day.
Every time you mention them, your whole face lights up. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I'm sure they are going to be proud of you, and I'm sure they already are.
Thank you.
Because everybody deserves a second chance.
They do, yeah.
And it's been my pleasure to meet you today.
Thanks, Mark.
Cheers, Rob. He really spoke very, very honestly. Do you know that? And he made an impression on all of us who were there, and it was good. And Joan was the same. So it's quite a place, and you can sense the tranquility as soon as you walk in. But they depend massively on fundraising. So if you'd like to help, because you know, by changing one person's life, it actually has a rippling effect, and it has a knock-on effect into their friends and family and their community too. If you want to help out, you can log on to tiglin.ie, or you can donate by texting change to 57030, and the text costs about $2.50 with $1.30 going to Tiglin.
Okay, now